Okay, we're recording. Hi, I'm voupie, and I'm here with Sage today. Hi, Sage.
Hey, how's it going?
This is
I don't
owner.
know. Are we acting like we didn't record?
Yeah. So again, I have recorded. We recorded for probably around 15 to 20 minutes. Um, did not record anything at all. I guess I didn't press the button, and so we we have seen. Okay, let's cut the bullshit.
It's all good.
We're reviewing bogleech. And so yeah, here we go. You guys know the criteria: cuteness, Easter eggs, personality, webmaster keeps the old web alive. And so we have already gone on some tangents. Just to keep you up to speed, we talked about Sonia, Sonic's fucking sister that the media refuses to acknowledge. Um, what else? We talked about liking the Sonic 2 movie. She has not seen the Sonic movies, but we both watched Sonic Underground. Um, is something we established
Yeah.
because I found a DVD of Sonic Underground at the Ross for
Yeah,
like
and I got mine at Walmart.
in the dollar bin.
Yeah.
And yeah, we don't like. Let me reiterate again because I think this is important to be on the fucking uh, to be on the episode. Is that the Detective Pikachu movie was so fucking scary, so scary, and like, um, because they made them look too realistic, and this
Yeah,
thing
like it
especially is like, what the fuck were they thinking? But anyways, all that being said, we were reviewing Bogleech today, so let me move this criteria out of the way. Um, and so we've explored a little bit the Pokemon section, and we talked about how the newer games are not really as fun as the older ones, even though they're trying to like milk the nostalgia a little bit. Even like that, even doing that, they have kind of failed. Um, they keep falling on their face because they keep trying to like appeal to things, and then like I don't know, I don't know how to
they don't
just.
quite know what their fans want really, so they're grasping at whatever they can.
Yeah, they're
It feels
overcompensating
like.
a lot. So yeah, and then we looked at the Digimon page and we kind of both like we said like Digimon and I like that they're a little bit more scary. Like definitely, like Pokemon would never do a design like this for sure. Because even though like Digimon kind of gives me, have you played Magic the Gathering at all, or do you know anything about it?
Mm, I haven't played Magic the Gathering, but I have played Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, and I think those are also a little bit scary. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah, there are definitely some like pretty spooky looking Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah. So when I moved to college, me and my roommates, they were really into Magic, and like part of me getting acclimated to this like new environment was that I had to play Magic the Gathering with them. And so I know a little bit more about it, and like I feel like Digimon tend to like they kind of share a kind of an aesthetic with that, like especially this, like this kind of looks like a Magic the Gathering card. And but it's, yeah, they're very like kind of fantastical, and like I kind of wish that I like that it's separate because I think that this thing definitely doesn't fit into Pokemon like this thing, but I'm glad that it
Yeah.
exists. Like these things have their own like realm, and so yeah, we went through Pokemon, Digimon. Fuck, we really lost a lot doing that. um,
Yeah, we looked at Creepy, which we were talking about how it's like amazing how many creepypastas
yeah,
this person like put together.
yeah, and we were saying that literally, like you can go through like for 2 hours on this shit and only be look at like four of these links. So fucking crazy how many there are. Like, so like
Yeah.
very much like props to this person for being able to archive all this shit together. Like even like reviewing like even the Pokemon reviews alone are probably like um more pages exist here than exist on my page, like my entire page. Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah, same.
Yeah. Like this is really
I don't
fucking
know how
impressive.
long this has been up, but like yeah, they have been working on it for a hot minute.
It looks like it. Like damn, this this is huge. And then we were talking about some of their other stuff, which they have these like kind of would you say they're like web comics?
Yeah, yeah, they've just got like original content. Like I think Return of the Living is monetized. Um, but it's not that much money. Of course, they've got that Patreon over there, the Patreon
Yeah,
if you want to support them.
coffee
Um,
as well.
yeah, and I think Awful Hospital is free. That's a webcomic too, I believe.
Yeah, we can click on it and see. Oh, I have not really read webcomics. I've always wanted to get into them because the only one I ever read was like Homestuck, which is like so embarrassing to admit on the internet. But um, yeah, I got really into that because I don't know. I was really kind of obsessed. Wow, this is actually really fun. The look of it, that it's like kind of chat bubbles. But anyways, I got really obsessed with like the writing of Homestuck. I don't know if you know anything about it or um, have gotten into it at all.
No, that's something I haven't delved into.
I wouldn't if I were you. It's like it's such a big time waste, and then also like the people are weird because like literally there's like no source material on like of course people are gonna fucking make sex content out of whatever exists in the world, Rule 34 or whatever the fuck, but they like
Yeah.
there's people that are like make up some random shit because there's these like aliens in that show or in that thing like oh I'll get to this, but but like these guys, they're pretty much humans. Like if you take a look at them, they have like horns and they're gray, but other than that, they're like humans. And people are like, I think that their dicks look like tentacles, and it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I don't know. People are just like so weird about things online, and sometimes it irritates me a little bit because I feel like, what are you even talking about? Like people just make shit up. Um,
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
don't know
if,
where they got that from, but
yeah,
you know.
I don't know if you've been like in like any sort of fandom that's been like fucking like I was a fandom kid growing up, and that's my problem is that like I definitely was on shit I should not have been. Like I was on like fucking in the early 2010s I was on Kick, which like I was very much a minor talking to like and by minor I mean like 12 talking to like 18 and 19-year-olds like, and this was like facilitated by the fucking like Undertale fandom. So like a lot of shady shit was going back on in the like the 2010 fandom days. But I don't know if you were active back then or no.
Um, I don't remember what like years it was that I was in high school and like middle school. But I'm okay, so I'm almost 25, so like it
Yeah,
was quite a while ago, but I was absolutely on Kick talking to people that were way older than me that I shouldn't have, but it was more like uh people in my hometown or like a friend of a friend
yeah.
who liked the same music as me or something like that. Uh but yeah, just the internet is like not good.
Yeah, well, it was interesting. I was talking about this with somebody else the other day, and that like in that age of the internet was like still like it still is really new, but like compared to like nobody knew how to parent the internet in that day because I feel like so like then there was like the 90s internet where people were like just like going onto like the fucking Pokemon website, this, that, and the other, but then like when it came to like our age of the internet and like us growing up, it was like the beginnings of like Instagram, Snapchat, Kick, all of these like more like I guess modern things, but like because they were like because the internet before had been relatively kind of like harmless to people, like to kids and shit like that, like I feel like there was a very loose leash on like the on kids on the internet in the early 2000 like early and late 2000s. Like
Yeah, like I feel like in the earlier internet, like obviously if you see your kid in a chat room, you're like, get what are you doing? Like get off of there.
yeah.
But like now, like kids have apps on their like at that time, kids had like apps on their iPods and stuff, and like the parents weren't really like aware
They
of
can't
what was
police all
actually going
that.
on. Yeah.
Because at least in the 90s, the kid was on the computer. If they're on fucking like AOL Messenger, like you're gonna see on the big fucking screen. Oh my god, sorry. I just got a flashback to someone tangent. Um, this kid in like fucking middle school, like 6th grade, he told me to look up and play this game called My Little Pony Banned from Equestria. And I don't know if you know what that is. Do you know what that is?
No.
You literally
No,
go
what is
in,
that?
you get transported to My Little Pony, and it's like a Newgrounds type game, and you literally just fuck all the ponies. And I'm like, and like I
Oh
did
my
this on the
god.
family computer, and I was like, I was like, what is going on? Like, and there was a point where I was like, where I got to like the first scene, and like it was like it's graphic as fuck, and so I had to like stand up and cover the screen, but like I didn't know what sex was yet, and so I was like, wait, let me watch because like what's
Oh
going on,
no.
and then I don't know what I was thinking, because then like I was gay, obviously, so I wasn't like fucking getting anything from these fucking ponies fucking. I was just like, what is fuck? Like, I didn't know what that was.
What is this going on in front of
I
me?
know, literally. I'm like,
Yeah,
what is he
I
doing
that's
to her? Why are they dancing? Like,
yeah, I feel like that was like everybody had like a similar experience to that, or like just like realizing that like genitals were sexual somehow. Like we didn't realize until somebody sent you like an internet shock site. Like,
yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
definitely. And
I have
so,
this weird obsession with like all the early like 2000s shock sites that were out there and like what people got away with, like
that's
what
such a
they put
cool
on the internet.
or that's such a cool thing to like, what's the word? To fixate on, because you just brought that back up into my mind, and I'm like, those were so interesting, like the fucking blue waffle shit or whatever it was.
Yeah, or like two girls, one cup, and
I
one
never
guy,
seen
one
that
jar, and all
video.
that shit. Oh my God, you know, sorry, I don't like recommend it, of course, but like
But it is a
if
rite
you
of
want
passage a little
to,
bit. It is a rite of passage.
yeah, if you want to kind of like experience what people were like sending to each other to freak each other out, like there's also cake farts, which is pretty funny. It's like not gross, but it's just like you don't know how to feel, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Especially at the age that we were at, like, oh my God, people were saying shit in sixth grade that I had never heard before. Like, one time, this kid, like, I think he had probably just heard, like, learned the phrase, and maybe that's why he said it to me. But it was this kid that didn't like me. Like, I think he was like bullying me or something, and he was like, "Hey, my name's Andrew. Uh, hey Andrew, did the carpets match the drapes?" And then I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I was like, and like,
I'm sorry.
he meant that to like bully me, and I was like, I,
That's like something that like a guy would say to a girl to like
uh,
weirdly sexualize
yeah,
them.
like
Like,
a
wow.
sleazy thing to
But I
say.
love that. I love that he said it to you, though.
I'm
I'm
saying,
sorry that you were getting like harassed and bullied, but
no,
also
I
I
didn't.
love that that happened.
He just looked dumb as fuck, so it was okay.
Yeah.
Um, but oh, okay. So a little bit more on the website. We had scrolled to here and we saw this, and this is from a movie of some sort, but it just reminded me in Toy Story.
Skinamarink.
Skinamarink?
Yeah.
That sounds made up. Oh, Skinamarink. Yeah, you're right. That just like it doesn't sound like a real thing. This.
Yeah.
But we were talking about this phone from Toy Story and like very sinister looking, and that's what brought us
Mhm.
to make sure that we were recording, which we were not. And so you guys are kind of caught up, but there's some things that are going to be lost to the sands of time. Um, a lot like,
It's
oh,
okay.
did we talk about the Animal Jam videos before or after?
We talked about them before, I believe.
I'll briefly just mention that we were talking about our past during like content creation, because this is a very big content creation thing that this person is doing, is I think what brought us there. And we were talking about how I've been wanting to make things a lot recently, and as a kid I like did reviews of like RPG Maker, like Five Nights at Freddy's fan games, and then like I like would me and my cousin, we would go in like on Animal Jam, on the Animal Jam creature creator. You could see that I already searched this up. And like we would go and make them look like fucking like Minecraft mobs. Like we would get the penguin and we would like make him all black and then give him purple eyes, and then we would like make them role play and like be like, oh, like the Minecraft like Enderman is like going to go like kill the slime, and then like the like the lion, there was like random animals thrown in there because it was Animal Jam, and then there was like this lion was like cheating on people, and like it was like a soap opera through and through. And then Sage has some things that she made back in the day as well. She was telling me about in college. Um, what was that?
Yeah, I made some cosplay videos and videos like reviewing anime and stuff, like talking about my favorite anime. They were all pretty cringe, but at the same time, culture is dead. So,
Yeah.
they still exist. They're just unlisted.
Yeah, mine are completely lost because I deleted them because I got so embarrassed. So, if anybody knows how to fucking like reverse a YouTube deletion, but I don't think it's a thing. Um, I really want to watch this movie, which is like, it came to Dead by Daylight recently. I don't know if you play, but
I used to. I had a gaming laptop, but it broke, so
so you
I'm
don't play.
waiting to. Yeah, not anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, they talk about the books too. That's awesome. I'm actually currently reading the book that you have on screen right now.
Really? Is it good?
Yes, it is good. It's the third book in the Ring series, which is like so much different than the American series, like the movies.
I watched the
Um,
movie and it was so underwhelming. So underwhelming. The American movie. Um, for as much as people talk about it, and so I don't know if that's an unpopular opinion, but I would love to watch the Japanese like original movies and maybe read the books because I feel like there's definitely more depth there.
oh, there absolutely is. It actually leans more into like science fiction. I mean, like, of course, it's still in the horror genre, but it just like there's a lot more to it than just like spooky, haunting shit, you know?
Yeah, because I think that that's what they maybe like brought the movie to America and they're like, let's dumb it down for the Americans, which is, it's fair. And they were like,
Yeah,
let's give them what they want. They like their supernatural shit, and so it just became a supernatural movie about like the legend of a girl who fell down a well. But like there could be way more to the story than that. And so when it came to Dead by Daylight, they didn't bring the American version. They brought the Japanese version, which they called Ringu with the U at the end. Which I don't know if that's like what they would call it, but um, yeah, I've wanted to watch it since then because, yeah, they brought her into the game, and then they didn't bring the original girl. Actually, they brought the son, this guy. Like they grew him
hmm.
up, and and he's a survivor now. But yeah, it's him, but like adult, which is
Wow,
interesting.
that's interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some
in
people were
the
upset about it, but other people like Yoichi, uh, DBD. Yeah, this is how they made him look.
why were people upset?
Because they wanted the original girl, basically.
Oh,
What is
okay.
this? I had. I don't know about this, you guys. Um, I feel like this is just people on Reddit being like, Asian people look the same. But anyways.
Yeah.
But that being said, I really want to watch this movie. And, so yeah, I don't really know what I was going on about, but yeah, I love this website actually now that I'm looking more at it, and I think that it's so fucking like cool to review monsters. I'm sure monsters is like their if they have hyperfixations. I don't know anything about this creator or anything, and I don't want to name it something it's not, but really fucking cool. Like interest to have.
Yeah, I just think it's cool. Like, I think you talked in the previous, not the one that's about to come out, but like the one where you were viewing my site and just talking about like this person put so much time into it that like I don't know, they took the time to look at all of these different creatures from all of these different like medias, like video games, movies, TV shows and stuff, and I just think like I don't know, it's definitely worth like taking a look at, especially if you're looking for something new to play or watch or something, you know?
Yeah, for sure. This is a good place to get like inspiration to go like what do you call it? To get inspiration for like what to like what media to consume or whatever because yeah. Um these are all really cool and like I'm a big fan of like just like yeah, because I feel like when I was talking about was like I feel like anything that this person writes about these things are probably way more accurate than like a fucking like objective Wikipedia article. You know what I mean? Because this person is genuinely interested in the topic and like probably
Hmm.
looked into the design of the silverfish and this is probably there's not that much here, but like this is probably like the most research that has probably gone into the design of the silverfish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The aesthetic design and then like yeah, I just really like neocities for that reason that like if you go and like look for like if there's some sort of website that houses the information that you're looking for, like that's probably like the richest source, like filled with both passion and just like actual like knowledgeability on the topic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so yeah, we haven't really looked too far down. Yeah, we went through some of the Pokemon reviews, shit on the past generations a little bit, or on the new generation, sorry. My favorite game I played was I played like Fire Red on the Game Boy Advance. That was my I played actually Leaf Green was my very first one, and I stole it from my cousin is how I got it. But yeah, that's about as much as I played for the longest time because I could not afford Pokemon games when I was little. Not until I was able to get Pokemon Black 2, which is an excellent game. Um, but yeah, that's my Pokemon experience really. And then I got really into it when I was in high school. Like I hacked my 3DS and then I like got all the games for free, and I played like all of them and like made my dream teams.
Mm. I kind of did that, but in the Sapphire remake.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, those were so good on the 3DS. Like I,
They
I
were,
I
yeah.
transferred all my Pokemon up was like my favorite thing to do was like I would finish a game and then transfer all the Pokemon that I caught to the newest game and like have them all together like all my like Elite Four teams and then also like Pokemon that like I wish I was able to raise but like just didn't fit into my other teams. Like I caught like a Rhyperior or something in like the original like when I played the Virtual Console versions on the 3DS. I would like catch all these Pokemon, I transfer them up, and then like I played Sun and Moon, and then I was like, oh, like this Pokemon finally has a time to shine, and so like this Pokemon all the way from Generation 1 comes up to Generation like 7, and is able to like actually get some playtime, which I thought was like fun because I think automatically my mind really likes to like make narratives out of things, and like I'm like, oh, this Pokemon traveled all the way from the first generation. He comes to this one, and then like he's finally getting the like spotlight he deserves. And then I'm like, bro, this is just like numbers and code. You're just like transferring like fucking numbers. But it's like it was always like more than that for me when I played Pokemon and like transferred them around.
Mhm. Did you name all of them?
Absolutely, every single game I did a different theme. Like for the original games, I just named them the thing that came to mind. Like so, some of them were named like Hot Pocket, like Ding Dong, you know, whatever came to mind when I saw the Pokemon. And then I went to third generation, or I can't remember. I maybe did Alpha Ruby, Alpha, or sorry, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And then for that one, I think I did Gemstones. And so like there was like Rubelite and like Sapphire shit like that. I did plants and flowers when I played through Kalos again when I played X and Y. Um, and I did something else when I played through Sun and Moon. I think it might have been like foods or something. And I just was really into. Oh, I did famous like dead people when I played through Sword and Shield. And like I always have like a theme when I play a Pokemon game for the Pokemon's names.
Could we pause for a second?
Oh, for sure. Be right back, you guys. Okay, we're back. There was slight technical difficulties, but now I have an Arizona iced tea, and so um, we're back in action. Okay, where do you say we go next? Do you want to check out the Etsy store? I like to window shop a little bit.
Yeah, why don't we check that out?
Okay. I try not to leave the site too much, but these are so fucking cute. I love Blossom. That's one of my favorite Pokemon. Whoa.
Oh, these are. Oh my goodness.
The $40 is so fucking cheap for this, I feel like, for like a handmade plush.
Yeah, that is wild. I
Yeah.
would be charging more for that.
Oh, for sure, I know. My ass is thinking, but also I shouldn't spend $40. Like I don't have it, and I will be eating like lentils for the next week if I do, but I'm thinking about it.
Well, hey, if anybody's watching this, you should think about it,
I know,
you know?
yeah. Either think about that or think about donating to my fucking PayPal $40 so I can get this little cute thing. I put my PayPal on my neocities, which I think is so funny.
I did too. I have a tip like button, but of course nobody's ever gonna tip me.
I know, I think the same thing, and I'm like, one day, I don't know, maybe somebody will just be like so like fucking like enamored by my website and they'll like donate money. I think it's a little bit it's a little bit of my delusion. I live in delusion a little bit. But
It's okay. Like it's harmless.
it is harmless. So that being said, yeah, we have a lot. There's a lot here, and I'm a little bit overwhelmed, like by like the sheer amount of shit here, which is like good. It's a good thing because usually it takes a lot to overwhelm me. What's it called? But I'm just gonna start clicking on random shit because well, sometimes my computer just decides not to load things. I guess it wasn't meant
It's
to be.
okay. Like on the mood board on my Clown Blog site, it's like the exact same. I have to like refresh the page probably like 6 times, maybe 7 before like all the pictures come up, and they're all posted on neocities. So like,
So it has no
I don't know what.
excuse.
Yeah, I really don't know what's going on. So
Kirby?
it's definitely not a perfect platform.
Yeah, it isn't, and I think about that sometimes. I pay my $5 a month. I do my dues. So
Same, and I'm like, what are you doing with this?
literally, where is it going? Because my figures aren't loading. So, but I enjoy at least having like the music hosted locally because hosting music, I think I talked about it during my like tutorials that like hosting on other platforms is a fucking nightmare to me because sometimes like I host on Google Drive most of the time and I don't have problems most of the time, but sometimes songs just will not load and it's just so frustrating. But like even on my main page, like on my Winamp, you have to like wait 2 seconds for the song to like load in after pressing the play button, and it's just like by that time the person that's watching or like at my website has already clicked off and is like miles away from my website, so it's like I don't know. But anyways, me and my cousin used to play Kirby all the time. We actually used to pretend we were Kirby's, like, as like our little make-believe game when we were like very young. You know what I mean?
That is adorable.
Yeah, me and my cousin were very kind of odd in that, like, so we both grew up to be very gay. I think was something that is interesting to note. That I think that gay people tend to like run in a pack, and so that being the case, like I think we kind of like it's weird because I was like a little bit more feminine, she was a little bit more masculine. We still like had the fucking like balance there of a fucking like boy and girl playing together, but it was fucking flipped. And so
I love that.
yeah, we used to play like, so we would have sleepovers all the time and we wake up in the morning and we would play with like this dollhouse that her grandma gave her, but we wouldn't play dolls, like we would play like death games with them. Like they'd be like, we had like, she had like Pokemon like she didn't have dolls, she had like Pokemon figures and then like figures of like Kirby characters and Sonic characters, and then we would like make them go and like fucking like fight until people died, and then like we would like play like Smash Bros with them, like in that, I don't know if you played Smash Bros Brawl, the like story mode where like they all get like scattered into like ragtag groups and then they all regroup at the end. We would do that with like her dolls and shit, like have it be like Sonic and like fucking 2 other Pokemon, and then have them be like a crime fighting team. And that was what we did when we were little. Like I feel like I played with toys just a little bit. I don't know if playing with toys is like a thing anymore though.
Oh, it definitely is.
You think so?
I just don't. Yeah, my boyfriend, he has two nephews and a niece, and they play with toys like crazy.
Yeah.
Like I think they all got tablets though, and
I
we're
was gonna
both
say,
pissed off about it.
do they have iPad? Like,
They got them for Christmas, and we were so mad because like they all are already struggling with like attention spans. We're like,
yeah.
you just want to do this so you don't have to pay attention to them, but like they need the attention.
Yeah, I think if anything, I'm all for giving a kid a piece of technology because I think that that's important for them to learn, but I don't know that it should be like so much all at once because iPads are literally endless. Like the amount of like YouTube and like Safari that they could get into. Like I personally, so I don't know if I'm gonna have kids because I'm not trying to pass like mental illness down in the bloodline anymore, but I do want, like, if I do end up like raising fucking children, I want to give them like old video game consoles for their like. I would love to give them a Game Boy SP, but it'd probably end up being like a DS or like a 3DS, like so they can like experience that. So, because at least with those consoles, like even though like the 3DS is huge and has so many games, like it's limited. You know what I mean? Like they can't like fucking like. You could watch YouTube on it, but like you're gonna go on your 3DS to play fucking like Mario or something, and like there's just like substance there, and it's not like fucking like brain rot, Coco Melon, bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. It takes like patience. Like if you mess up, like you gotta learn how to be a good sport and like not throw it across the room. You know?
Yeah, for sure. Because I think that that's why also I'm kind of against the Xbox PS4 family. I think because I played Nintendo growing up, and I feel like Nintendo games don't really facilitate that kind of behavior, while those games kind of do. Like those consoles have games that facilitate like rage quitting and shit like that. And but also I might be like fucking like being too big brain about it and thinking too much, but personally, from the people that I've met that played like those consoles growing up, like the difference is astonishing. uh Between like, yeah, because I'd have never thrown a controller before, or like very recently have I been like fucking yelling out about a game. Like when I play Splatoon and I die, I have to yell out like fuck, like because
Yeah, I mean, I think like a certain level of that is normal and like healthy as long as you're not like by yourself screaming at the TV all the time.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I used to play Overwatch and like,
That'll
of
do
course, I
it.
would get a little, you know, heated sometimes, but I wasn't like, I would never, I don't know, I didn't get like violent about it. I'd be like, all right, I need to take a break.
I kind of have a relationship with games that I like. I like, I'm realizing now, I'm like, maybe I shouldn't play this way, but like I kind of burn myself out on games. Like I need to get burned out and then I won't play it anymore. Like I can't like be like I should take a break. Like I don't know what it is, like, because I think I get very hyper focused when I play certain games, like especially Splatoon. Like I'll be like, I need to play this until I get to X level, or like I need to improve my like score player level by X amount, and then I can move forward and like stop playing for the day. And so then like by the end I'm like, I don't even want to play this game anymore. It's irritating me because I've exhausted myself with it. So I kind of have that relationship with games, and that's why like I only play like one game for like months. Like I will play Dead by Daylight for months and then drop it. Like right now I'm off Dead by Daylight and I'm on Splatoon. And then like soon enough I'm gonna drop Splatoon because I just finished like the fucking like Splatoon battle pass, and I'm either gonna pick up Dead by Daylight again or I'm gonna play like Okami because I've been meaning to play that.
Oh, that is definitely really, it's like, it's calming and infuriating at the same time. I don't really know how to explain it.
Yeah, because at least like you get a fresh start eventually, and like what's it called? Yeah, you get a fresh start when you change games, and so it's like a little bit less like I don't know, like I don't get so tired out. You know what I mean? I don't know. But anyways, yeah, I really enjoyed looking through this because yeah, I really do like Kirby, and that's where this all started. Was that I used to play make believe and play Kirby, and we used to like, I don't know, it just brings me back to a time where I like had a really big imagination and was like fucking like, oh, we should do the, like, we would be playing in her like swimming pool and be like, oh, we're Kirby's like with the swim power doing this, that, and the other. And yeah, I just miss being a little kid a little bit, but
Oh, I do all the time.
yeah, I've been trying to think about it less, not think about it less, but like yearn for it a little bit less, because I think that I could definitely get really sad if I'm just like, I wish I was little. But like, there's certain things that I enjoy more now than then. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have more like independence, obviously, but like, yeah, I don't know. I just, I sometimes will get kind of the feeling that I miss like being like a kid, and like when certain things weren't so like, I don't know, when I didn't know so much, I guess. Like, I know too much now.
Yeah, that's what therapy is for, though.
Dude, I went to therapy. Talking on the, sorry, it just occurred to me that I'm talking about therapy on this review site video, but I think it's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
It's whatever.
I went to it's your
my
YouTube.
video. I went to therapy. So I work for a company, a very big company. I work in retail, and they offer free therapy, right? And so I go to take advantage of this because at the time I was going a little bit crazy, as you do, and so as most people do. And so I went to go take advantage of it, and then it was like, oh, you have to sign up, and then it was a 1 hour ordeal to get like it even figured out. And then I got this app, and so you have to like text your therapist, and like you could only like, you get a 10-minute session to meet them like face to face, and then after that you text them for the rest of the time. And so I was like, oh, okay, I guess. And so I did that. I met the guy, he was cool, and then so we text back and forth, and then he was super dry, like he was an old man, and he was just like fucking like fucking like, I would send him paragraphs, and I'd be like, I hate everything, I hate everyone, and then he'd be like, calm down. Like 2 words.
My God.
And I was like, bro, I'm calming down because I'm not even like mad and like fucking self-destructive anymore. I'm just mad at you because why the fuck are you sending me a 2-word reply right now? Like,
yeah.
And then so
that's kind of like the problem with like not in person, or like not video, or like phone call. Like, there's got to be some type of like personality or being able to read tone, you know?
Yeah, because I'm sure he's fucking like seeing thousands of people, and so he looks at my chat box and he's like, who's this guy again? Let me just tell him to calm down. And like and so I what's it called? He ended up dropping me actually, because he was like, oh, you can get another plan where we get like face-to-face calling. And then I was like, but this one's offered through my work, that's why I'm seeing you, is because it's free through my work. And then he was like, oh, well, like I worked better in video. And then I was like, then why did you pick me up? Like like why did you like start seeing me? And then he was like, I don't know. And so I ended up seeing this other lady for like a day. We texted, and then I was like, I want to get tested for ADHD, do you guys do that? And then she was like, yes, let me send you the like thing for it. And so I opened it up, and then it was like, you must pay like $50. And then I was like, okay, well. And so I haven't been to therapy since then, because and by been to therapy, I haven't texted this app since then, which is like a month ago. And so I've just been journaling since then, and that's been a lot more conducive to like healing and like feeling better, because yeah, this fucking like shit that was going on with the fucking therapy was not it. And so
that sucks, and I don't advocate for that. I think like what you're doing on your own is probably way better.
Yeah,
that really sucks though.
Yeah, I would love to go to therapy, but I can't afford it. That's why I was going through my work, you know what I mean? Like and so I'm just doing what I can until probably I either I get a better job that can like pay me more to go see therapy, or until I finished college, which I'm a freshman, so like fucking good luck, Charlie, on that shit. Um, but
Yeah, I wasn't really able to get like solid like therapy until after I graduated, which sucks because I really needed it while I was in college too.
yeah,
But now I'm working in mental health, but I'm working with like younger teenagers, so like, their parents are paying for it, which is nice.
yeah.
They're getting like the help before they, turn 18, and it's all like, they have to do it all on their own.
Mm. That's like, I'm glad that you're like offering that because that's like, I don't know. I just wish that I had that, especially even in high school. Like, I went to go see like at senior year of high school, worst year of my life easily. Um, but I went to go see the like school therapist or like the school psychiatrist, and she was like, "I actually don't have a degree in psychology. I'm just supposed to help people get scholarships." And then I was like, "Then why are you called the school psychologist?" And she was like, "I don't
Oh my
know."
god.
And I'm like, "What
The
is going on?"
psychology of going to school.
Literally, I don't know what that whole situation was, but like yeah, I just think it's so fucking it was so fucking funny like at the time, but also I was like really in need, and then like my mom offered to like send me to therapy, and I like I don't know what happened, but it just never ended up working out. Like I was trying to call the offices in my hometown, and then like um they were just not answering. Like they would be like, "Oh, we have a wait list for like a month," and then I was like, "I can't wait that long. Like literally, I'm going to explode tonight. Um, like I need something to look forward to in the next 2 weeks, maybe." And then I don't know. It just was so frustrating, and I feel like it can be like really hard to put like the pressure of like seeking help on the person that needs the help. You know what I mean? Like if the person that needs help
Yeah.
already needs to go fucking like look for it and like schedule their shit, and it's like it can be so stressful. And then especially like at the time I had like a big rejection thing. Like I was like, everybody hates me, and then so like I'm calling these like therapy offices, and then they're like not answering the phone, and I was like, even the therapist office hates me. And I was like, man, like in retrospect I'm like, man, that was kind of fucked up. Like the way that it's set up here is kind of I wish it was just more accessible and easier and less like fucking like on you know what I mean?
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Like, as somebody with depression, like, I work in mental health, but at the same time, it's like really hard for me to take care of myself because, like, I don't know, there's just something about, like, it's hard to, like you said, like, have to set it all up yourself and, like, also have to worry about, like, do they take your insurance and all that stuff.
Yeah, and it's just like it can be it can be a lot, and so I'm just waiting until after and after college, and then yeah, I don't know. As long as I've been doing a lot better recently. Like I also like went through a breakup recently, and then that was like, oh my god, you know what I mean? While this therapist shit
Hmm.
was happening, and then I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, and like my college also says that they offer free therapy. No, they don't. They offer free 30-minute counseling sessions, and I went to one, and then she was like, this is like for like crisis aversion. Like if you are gonna do something crazy, then you come here and you get counseling. And I was like, but like I can't come in like once a week. And like she was like, you can, but like it's not gonna be the same person every time, and like even if it is, like we just can't be like your therapist. Like we can't prescribe anything, we can't diagnose anything. Like we're basically like just an ear to listen every like for 30 minutes, and like it can only be 30 minutes. Like even if nobody else is in the clinic like asking for help at the time, it could only be 30 minutes. And so I was like, what is going on? Like, I feel like we pay so like, and I like pay fees for that shit. You know what I mean? Like, I pay fees for like the mental health fee or
Yeah,
whatever, and then it's just like that. And they're like, we can give you
that's
discounted rates.
ridiculous.
Yeah, they're like, we can give you discounted rates on like student, like people that are like practicing to become therapists, and like because they're not actual therapists, like you can get a discounted rate, and they can still like diagnose and shit, I guess. And I was like, maybe, but then it's like still like $50 a session, which is not something that I have in the budget.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that being said, I
Well,
am seeing SZA soon, and so maybe I have like wrongly like I'm seeing SZA in concert, so maybe I'm allocating my funds incorrectly.
I mean, like, I don't know. It's scissors. I feel like
Yeah, I
feel like it's
agree.
worth it.
I
That's
agree.
it. It'll be beneficial to your mental health, probably.
Yeah. Also, it's because I'm going with a friend, and like we're going to LA for that. I live in Arizona. I'll put that on the internet that I live in Arizona, and we're gonna travel to LA to go see SZA, and I just am so excited for that. And I don't know. I just feel like I don't want to fucking like waste. It's not wasting money to go see therapy. Let me get that straight. But like, I would much rather spend the money on that because I feel like I don't know because I feel like it might be unsustainable. Like I'll be seeing a therapist like twice every month, but then I'll miss out on every single concert ever. And like I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little bit of like I'm like misjudging what would make me feel good, but I'm like I feel like that would make me feel bad. I feel like I'd be missing everything, and like I'd be like protecting my peace or whatever. But I'd be like my life's so boring. Like I just go to therapy, and then I go to work, and then I go to school, and then I go home and sleep. Like I need to like do fun
Oh no,
things.
God, you're like describing my life.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. It's okay. I get out sometimes.
Yeah, I mean you're getting out right now a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's fun. And so, oh, are these their nightmares or are these just things that they're writing about? Have you ever had like a dream
I
journal?
don't know. No, I haven't because like I don't know. I only remember my dreams like very sporadically, and when I do, like I just don't like to write them down.
Yeah, mine's the same. Like I've only ever had like sometimes I'll have like weird dreams, but like recently the only dreams that I remember are like bad. Like while I was dating my ex, I like had like a dream that like I had like a sex dream about somebody else, and I was like, why am I the worst person on earth? And then my partner was at the time was like, literally that happens to me all the time. Like I think it's just a normal thing that happens to people. And I was like, really?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I also had like a dream, like I think my dream journal is like right below me, if I'm not mistaken. But like I only write like very sporadically in there that it was like yeah. Let's see. Um, we were trying to. It was like me and a friend trying to build a raft to like get out of town or whatever. I don't know what was going on, but like my dreams are always either nonsensical or incredibly like they make me feel really guilty or like depressed, and like so I just like yeah, I don't know. I just don't remember or write down my dreams ever.
Yeah, I mean, like, most of my dreams are like nightmares or just like dreams about really uncomfortable situations. Like, my boyfriend will wake me up and be like, "You were literally whimpering in your sleep." I'd be like, "What?"
Yeah, that's why I'm scared to sleep with somebody else. Like, well, because my ex and I had slept together like a few times, like in the same bed because we didn't live together, and like at the time when we started dating, I was a junior or I was a sophomore in high school and he was a senior. Yikes! But also, um, anyways, we had like few opportunities to like nap together, and like all growing up whenever I had to sleep like share a bed with like my cousin or something, they'd always like wake up the next morning and be like, you were kicking me literally all night. And I was like, really? And I guess I'm like a bed hog, but then like my ex never said anything about that. But he said that I like snore a little bit, which I was like, man, because my dad snores, and like I don't know. I just don't want. I get embarrassed like at the thought of like someone like sleeping next to me and then realizing that I like fart in my sleep or something, or like I sleep talk and then I'm like confessing shit that like, oh, like I peed in the backyard when I was 6 because the bathrooms were full. You know what I mean? Like I'm gonna admit some random ass embarrassing shit, and so yeah, I don't know. I'm scared to. I'm scared for that a little bit, but also like I like the idea of a lot. I was talking about it with somebody else that I was like, man, sometimes I'm like, I got this big ass double bed and I'm sleeping in it alone and it's just filled with stuffed animals. I'm like, this shit is sad. Like, that's why I sleep on the floor. Actually, I sleep on the floor these days. Even though I have a double bed, I just like enjoy the like solidness of the ground. I don't know if you've ever
That's
tried.
interesting.
Yeah, I don't know if you've ever slept on the
No.
ground. I have a
I mean,
carpeted
like,
floor though.
I have it like sleepovers in the past and stuff, but like my bed is like really low to the ground anyway, so
I I
Yeah.
I also like yeah, I like being low to the floor as well. I don't know. Like so the place that I usually so I also sleep I live somewhere that's really cold. Like I you know, even though I said I live in Arizona, I live in a place in Arizona where it snows. And
Oh wow.
yeah, Arizona's a very diverse place. No, but I have like Arizona pride whenever it comes up. I'm like Arizona's so cool. But anyways, I live in a place where it snows, and so it's always really cold in my room if I'm not there. Like I come home from work and it's fucking freezing in my room. Also because my roommates like at the beginning used to like they told me that the heater was broken when I moved in because they didn't want to raise the bill, and so they like just like lied and said that the said that the heater was broken and it doesn't work. And I was like, oh okay. And so I have a little like space heater in my room, and so I sleep with like I have a Pete the cat like little kid chair on the floor, and I'll use that as like a pillow for my neck, and then I'll like lay on the floor uh with like my legs to like the heater, and then like so I can be like really warm. So that's another reason why I sleep there too, is because like it's the warmest spot. Like I can't aim the space heater at my bed because like there's just not any plugs that like will reach there. So like I'm always sleeping on the floor just because it's the warmest place, and then like I've grown to like the feeling of like just like the carpet underneath me and then a blanket on top. And I don't know, I just like I also heard it's really good for your back. So
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I bet your back is like in perfect alignment, so.
yeah, I don't know. I do it sometimes, but then sometimes if I'm like feeling particular, like I like to describe people or things as particular sometimes, and that like they are someone that like likes things a particular way, and usually I don't give a fuck about things like about like um uh I don't know. I'm not a particularly picky person. Um, when it comes to like things like my sleeping arrangements or like what I'm eating or shit. You know what I mean? Like I'm a very kind of go with the flow kind of person, and so but sometimes I get in the mood where I'm like, you know what? I'm going to like floss my teeth and brush my teeth and do my face mask and get super ready for bed, and I'm gonna sleep in the bed tonight. You know what I mean? Like I don't know if that makes sense. That like I like get in like a little fancy mood, and so I'll sleep in the bed sometimes for that reason. But other than that, yeah, I sleep on the floor. But I still am hunchback. But that's just because like I've been hunchback for the longest time. I'm like 6'1", and there's just too much length going on for me to like hold it up all the time.
That's so funny. I mean, like, I'm sorry for your pain, but also that's kind of
No,
funny. And
it's
I love
fun.
that, like, sleeping in your bed is like a special treat that you do on like
I
self-care
know,
days.
I know. Literally, it is a self-care thing that I'm like, I'm gonna do something nice for myself. I'm not gonna sleep on the floor tonight. Like, I'm gonna sleep on the bed with all the stuffed animals, and like, yeah. Or like, if I have like really bad anxiety, I'll like sleep on the bed, and then like I'll hug my big like $50 gloomy bear like plush that I bought. First of all, I love that thing, but I should not have spent $50 on it. And I always think about how like that $50 could have been used in so many different ways that were like way better. But hold on,
Dude, it could have been like one fancy. Okay.
hold on, hold on. Pause, guys. I'll be right back. There's a knock at my door. Okay, hi guys. There is a knock at my door. I'm supposed to see Ant-Man in 30 minutes. And so, apparently, I got a knock on the door saying that we're leaving sometime soon. So I think we've got like 5 good minutes. We've been here for 50 minutes, I believe. So we're around the ballpark where we should be. And honestly, I think we're at a portion where we're kind of just rambling. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I was like, we are so off topic, but like, I do want to emphasize that this is a super cool site that, like, if you're into horror, just like creatures, you know, cryptids, stuff like that, you should definitely check out the site.
Yeah, there definitely are hundreds. Like, they're not lying when they say there's hundreds of articles. Like, these are all different things. And like, even like one of these boxes leads to Pokemon, and then within the Pokemon, there's like 1,000 articles on like the different Pokemon. So like, this shit is huge, and you could get stuck here for days. And so, I think that we go in with the rankings. What do you think?
Yeah, we should get that started.
Okay. Sorry to cut things short. Yeah, sorry. I'm saying Ant-Man, you guys. I'm not a movie person, especially not for like superhero movies. But like, I like to go out sometimes, just with my roommates, and like, Even if I don't like fucking like care about the movie that's being played, it's like it's just fun to like go and have a cinema experience. I don't go to the movies anymore. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I've been going to the movies occasionally. I enjoy it too. And like Paul Rudd is hot, so why not?
I don't know who that is because I don't fuck with celebrities really. Sorry.
It's
Unpopular
okay, he's
opinion.
Ant-Man.
Okay, I'll pay attention. I'll make sure. I'll take a note and I'll give a review of him next time.
Okay.
But overall cuteness, so we do it out of 10. So I want to give it an 8 out of 10 because I think it's really cute, but obviously that's not the intended purpose of the site.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's definitely cute, but that's like not the entire like identity.
Easter eggs is something that I put to like if you can click on the site for a long time. And I'm tempted to give this a 10 out of 10 because you could literally be here for so long. Like you can click on every single thing on this site, but like they're not necessarily Easter eggs. It's literally just that the site is huge. So I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, I would also give it probably like a 10 out of 10 because even if they're not necessarily like Easter eggs, you can just keep clicking for basically forever. And also, they cover such a wide range of media. Like, I don't know if people were looking while we were going through, like, there's like anime, there's movies, there's like just all kinds of stuff that they cover.
Yeah. And then personality, I would give it like an 8.5 or a 9 or a 10. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think I would give it like a 9 or a 10 as well because like the style is definitely like very unique to whoever made this.
Yeah. Webmaster, so this one's like about the person and like how much of themselves that they put into this. So they did put a lot of themselves into this website, but we literally know nothing about them. I think they have their name on some of the articles, which is which I appreciate, but I do think that this could use a little bit more like of a like because it kind of feels like faceless, if you know what I mean. But I don't know if you agree. Do you agree or do you disagree?
I mean, you know, it's arguable that maybe if we clicked around a little more, we can find out more about the webmaster, but like there's definitely not like a link where you can just like
About
read
me.
all about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you agree with
And I
like a
definitely
6 or
like
a
that
7 out of 10?
insight. Yeah, that's good.
I'll give him like a 6.5 out of 10. And then as for keeps the old web alive, I want to give it like a 9 or a 10 because it's again like a big it's about the old web and like especially the creepypasta part, but like this is just very much like an old forum type thing, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
And so what do you
Yeah,
think?
I think that it's probably like a 9 or a 10 as well.
They got really high scores. Okay, hold on. I gotta add this up. 8 plus 10 plus 9.5 plus 6.5 plus 9.5 divided by 5. And you get, hold on, 8.7 out of 10. Wow! So, congratulations, bogleech, on your very high ranking. And I also want to thank you for being here, Sage. It was very nice talking to you.
Sure. Yeah, I had a lot of fun, and I'd definitely be down to do this again.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're welcome back to the show. Like, I, yeah, maybe we can do the other website that you suggested sometime. So.
Yeah, I don't know if I don't know. Maybe do it with somebody else. I'd be too like I don't know. I guess I could do it with you because then I could explain some of the stuff.
Yeah.
But I like get shy about my own things. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so that being said, I have to go watch Ant-Man, so I'll see you guys later, and I'll see you later, Sage. Bye, everyone.
Yeah, have fun. Bye.